And this is another thing of importance in reference to the government and their games of blocking me from my mother and father's mansions and their games of trying to control my life. It's attempted murder every day. It's endangerment every day. And in reference to the government denying my identity when the royal protocol of my identity is a blueprint of my anatomy. It's documentation of my teeth. It's documentation of the scars and beauty marks and birthmarks that are on my anatomy. And it's a birth certificate of my identity, royal birth certificate, someone once mentioned. And, you know, these government people trying to call me a fake all the time is a murder attempt. Attempts of murder. There are people covering up court cases from the 70s or 80s or 90s or the years of 2000. These government people blocking me from my trust funds, blocking me from my revenues of my companies and my family history of people knowing who I am. Some people have known who I am since I was a little boy. And since I was a baby, some people knew. But in reference to the government playing this humiliation game, it's attempted murder every day. Anybody in government trying to call me a fake is attempted murder. A lot of other people, if there's somebody in the media or somebody in, or that works at any of my companies or my mother and father's companies or my grandparents' companies, they can be charged for attempted murder. And particular other places in this country and in other country acknowledgments, such as people calling me a fake, people denying my identity, people denying my access to property or mansions. These people have trespassed into the property. People went into the property before and they collected my little fingerprints from when I was a little boy. And they still went around calling me a fake. You know, they had a film crew with them or something at one of the places. They're not supposed to be going in any of the properties. That they already went into one property, saw fingerprint information, and that didn't make a difference. So obviously these people are intentionally refusing the facts of information. It is attempted murder. They're blocking me from my identification that my mother had sent to Indianapolis and that she had here in Indianapolis. I did not receive the identification information from any of the other 49 states or 50 states or even from Europe. But, you know, all 50 states was supposed to send me identification with my birth name on it and the addresses of my mother and father's mansions in each city and state. Reference to personal mansions, you know. And so in reference to the humiliation, that's their plot or their activities of trying to murder me off by trying to clown my life. Like they try to play games of, you know, some type of clowning game like circus clowns, you know what I mean? Royal protocols in the media, it's been there since the day I was born. So in reference to government endangering my life and government trying to play tricks, the government has to be sued and prosecuted. All the people that are denying my identity, trying to call me a fake, the Royal protocol's been there. And the government trying to toy with my life is attempted murder. I have not received the insurance money from my mother and father's insurance policies. And they're blocking me from my trust funds. There's people stealing the postal mail. And it is attempted murder.